The Alex Podcast. Sponsored by Osha's Oranges, Jimmy's Jelly Beans, Noah's Narwhals, and Alex's Apricots.
Very good. All right.
Got a big episode today lined up on the Alex Podcast.
Yes, sir.
I'm your host, Alex. We're here with musical expert Noah James.
Hello.
And Canadian Jimmy Downs.
That's me.
And today we're just going to go through Fash Fke's new song, Fake Nice, live on the podcast.
Yep.
We're also joined here by Cormac.
Hey.
And Lambkin.
Yeah, hey guys.
Okay, so before we get into it, if you'd like a sponsorship on the Alex Podcast, come see me and we can work out a deal. Also, please follow me on Instagram and DM me. If you don't know my Instagram, find it from someone. Okay, now let's get into it. Fash Fke's new single. It's his first release since finding fame on TikTok. If you know me, I've worked with him before on some songs, so I understand his thought process and musical creativity, you could say. Okay, let's get into it.
Yep.
I don't know why I'm here.
Turn it up. Turn that shit up. Okay, I'm liking the intro.
Yep.
Is that him singing? Okay.
I don't have the energy to act fake nice, so you can either love me or leave me on sight.
Alright, pause there. What do you think about this initial hook flow?
You can either love me or leave me
On sight.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's a reference to maybe Snapchat, as in leaving people on scene, sort of ignoring them, I believe.
Well, yeah. What do you think of the initial flow? Noah, you're a flow genius?
Look, the flow, it's pretty original. It's not the normal triplet flow, so...
Yeah. Yeah, it's... No.
Yeah.
I'm liking the energetic tone that he's got going on.
He's got good cadence.
Got a positive.
He sounds like he's really giving it a red hot crack, but I wouldn't say it sounds too creative as of yet.
Right.
Yeah, it's a bit poppy. Let's get into it. Let's keep playing it.
Yep.
I make a decision, ain't gotta think twice. I don't have the energy to act fake nice, so you can either love me or leave me on sight. Yeah, you got one life, go live it.
That's pretty corny.
So flip it. Oh, this paper.
Kind of sounds to me like some kind of... It definitely seems like the target audience is not our demographic. More so 12-year-old females.
12-year-old females.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a pretty generic line. But what I'm going to say, that I like his vocals. You can tell he's really giving it a red hot crack here.
Some talent. There's definitely...
Oh, there's talent there.
definite talent.
But you hear some artists who sort of half-ass sing it, when they're on it. I don't think he's holding anything back. He's singing with passion.
He's got the confidence. He's got the confidence.
Yeah, he's going hard at it. It's his first song, keep in mind, for a long time. It's his first song.
But then we'll be able to tone it down.
It'll be
All right,
like-
let's keep playing. Let's keep playing.
Spin it. Shawty got them apple bottom jeans looking really mean. So the cutie, you can come with me. She said, what you mean?
Yep. So, he's gone from aiming it to 12-year-old girls to talking about bottoms. Now, I take issue with this because... kind of trying to appeal to too many different types of people.
Listen. I mean, you heard on the radio, I believe it's maybe a low reference by, was it Flo Rida?
Yeah.
Album James Booth for the Third?
Well, that song was never trying to be,
Well,
never...
Yeah, sort of goes around, if you will.
I feel like it kind of hits the 12-year-old girl demographic. That line, I don't think it's straying too far from where,
All right, let's
where he said the original.
for like a year
mark.
as well.
All right, let's keep going.
I'ma bring it to the other side, whether grass is green. All you gotta do is bring the cake and I'll bring the cream.
Pause there. That's a yikes.
That's exactly what I'm saying. He's cream referencing to his own spunk, and the cake referencing to his woman's bum.
All you gotta do is bring the cake, and I'll bring the cream.
Some smart wordplay there.
Smart wordplay.
Smart wordplay from Mr. Fash.
It's leaving me a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
A bit of a disappointed sort of frowny.
Well, to be honest, though, I don't think he is going for 12-year-old
This,
girls.
I waited a whole year for this, and this is what I'm getting.
Listen, I think if you know Fash, a lot of girls do sexualize him. So I don't know if he is going for that sort of... I think he's more going for just...
His own fan base, mate.
He's Fash... Well, he's got the Fash fam.
Fash fan. Maybe it's for the Fash
But
fan.
it's also sort of at the start of that verse. He's talking about, what's he talking about? Like, oh, you gotta love yourself. Live your own life.
Nothing.
or something.
Anyone can take a bit of positivity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, one thing I have to say about this general structure of the song,
wait,
he
you
starts
for-
with a chorus, which is controversial and not very common within music.
I don't know.
He does start with the chorus, then goes into a verse.
It happens.
You see
it
that?
happens.
You see that? It's becoming more and more common.
I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm just saying it's unconventional.
Maybe.
All right, let's let this play for 40 seconds or so. Let's let this play for a bit longer.
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Money, the fame, is that really what you want? Let me tell you
I like this bridge.
Really want some pursuit your happiness, then you can have it all. Can't you see we're living in
I like this bridge as well.
So
I see some generic flows, but
scream. Let it out, let it out. Do what I want with this life.
Back to the hook, it seems. Yeah, nice little bridge it's got going on. There's some clear structure you can tell in the song.
yeah, but
Clear structure.
Your decision ain't gotta think twice. I don't have the energy to act fake nice, so you can either love me or leave me on sight. Yeah, I do what I want with this life. I make a decision, ain't gotta think twice. I don't have the energy to act fake nice, so you can either love me or leave me on sight. Yeah, ring ring, who that? It's my mom.
Let's just be honest. It's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's coming together. Keep it playing. Keep it playing.
coming
Keep it playing. So he's called his mum. He's having fun.
playing
dumb.
Okay, so some very basic rhyme schemes there. All right, just keep going. Keep going.
Yeah.
I'll be running around at night. Might just
Some more basic
catch
rhymes.
another flight. I'm just living how I want, the only way that's right. I'll be working, I'ma reach a new high. See, I'm not built for the status quo. I'm trying to move some mountains. If you're with me, let me know.
Okay, this is a bit nice. This is a bit nicer.
Yeah.
Keep working, just enjoy the show.
That was nicer.
Don't show fake love, do not play dumb. Stupid.
Stupid.
Invite, but I don't wanna come. Can't you see we're living in a dream? Life
Back to the
ain't as
bridge, it
bad
seems.
as
Yeah, the
it
bridge.
seems. Really ain't, no. Can't
Okay,
you see?
skip through here because I think it's that's another chorus. Just okay. So he's got a little third verse.
No clue.
Yep.
Little third verse,
Do what I want with this life. I make a decision.
and then back to the
Do
chorus.
what I want with
I
this life.
think that's the rest of the
Okay.
song. So, final thoughts on the song. We'll start with you, Alex.
Now we'll start with flow expert Noah. Go.
Okay.
You know what? At first, when you listen to the specific bits, it gets a bit meh. But as a whole body song, it's not too bad. It definitely goes to his fan base.
Listen, he's not trying to break any. And it's his first song, so it's understandable. He's not trying to break any music norms here.
He's just trying to write back on the scene. Something conventional.
This isn't destroying the industry.
No,
Yeah.
exactly.
I think there's a clear structure, which is good. It's a structure that's been proven to work many times over with the pop community.
Well, I like the little third verse at the end. We see recently with music, a lot of artists just scrap that third verse, but it was only a small verse, to be fair.
a little
But
change up, maybe. Just a little
cheeky
change up.
verse.
he tries something there. What do you think?
It's alright, I guess.
Cormac?
Good song. One thing that got me thinking about the song is that this song reminds me of one of those songs that would be at the end of like one of those animated movie scenes in like a credit scene, and it's like rolling all the credits and it's playing that
Yeah,
song.
some animal movie maybe where
Zootopia?
they're having fun.
Zootopia?
Yeah.
Definitely can see this on
A lot of
Zootopia.
fun going on.
It's a very
I'll
fun.
tell you what, there was a few lines that reminded me of Shakira, and guess what? She features in Zootopia.
Shakira or like the giraffe characters she plays? Who she play?
Isn't it
She's a llama.
Gazelle, I believe.
Gazelle.
Isn't that played by Shakira though?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
But she
so-
sings her own songs. Try everything.
Yeah.
Get up.
It's a bit gazelle-like, would you say?
I'd have to say that it's a bit gazelle-like. Yeah, 100% agree.
I think there's some good energy coming from the song, and Fash himself. I think he's giving some positive energy, and it's what people these days need.
The vibes are good here.
Good workout.
I'd like to see his flows switch up a little bit, though. We saw, I call up my mum, I gotta run, I'm playing dumb, then I'm in the nights,
Having fun.
living bright, I'm reaching new heights. But then when he comes in here, status quo, working, he brings that back a few times with the flow. So it's, I liked the mix-ups, and when he tried something a bit harder for himself. His next song, it's going to be a challenge for him.
He has to be a little bit more unconventional with that new song.
But he can learn from
He's
this
got a good
song.
start,
He can learn from this song.
He's got a good
He has to start
start.
with something that people aren't going to argue about. Then he has to go into something that's a little bit more
controversial,
a
maybe.
little bit more controversial, so that he can break through the scene and people will take notice of him.
Okay, I'm giving it a 6.5 Alexes out of 10 Alexes. Comment?
Giving it 7.5 Cormacs.
No, that's not a rating system.
7.5 Alexes out of 10.
10 what?
Alexes.
I'll give it 6.5 Heil Hitlers out of 10.
Ah, silly.
I'm giving it 3.5 stars
Out of 5.
out of 5.
How many Alexes are you giving it?
I'll give it a 6.5 Alex. I'll give it a 6.5 Alexes out of 10 Alexes.
But keep in mind here, I don't think we're the target demographic for this song.
Yeah.
So,
I think as many people he can reach who'd like to reach.
In the character, sorry, my ass is a bit full, but you'll have to deal. Playing the character of maybe like a 13-year-old girl in like year 8, I'll give this like a 8.
Yeah, but that's the old animated movie.
Like a
Well,
eight.
how can an animated movie be bad? It's for kids. Doesn't mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's like saying, well, we're reviewing it as a song here, Jimmy.
wow.
You're reviewing it as a song from a point of view though.
Yeah.
Like from a different.
Well, no, because I don't even really like the hook. To me, I don't like that style, but I still think it's a good hook. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's a good hook. Whereas the sort of the run fun flow, even the Justin. I don't know if he's trying to be like a Justin Bieber sort of. But even, well, obviously, Yummy is an exception. But he's I
think, Alex, a good way to make an analogy about this song would be if the people listening to this smoke cigs, you smoke cigarettes. And what I mean by that is you're a bit more experienced and you're into the harder stuff. This is a little bit more fruity fun
little bit
for the
childish,
listeners at home.
That's why I gave it 6.5 Alexes out of 10 Alexes. Okay, this has been the Alex Podcast. I'm your host, Alex. And we'll be back next week with more fruity fun.